Hey everybody, this is Alfred Edmonds Jr., Senior Vice President and Multimedia Editor at Large at Black Enterprise, and this is Hip Hop Real Estate.
Welcome to Hip Hop Real Estate TV, where we start at the ground floor and work our way all the way up to the top. So just like a high-rise building, you are going to have to lay a solid base so that anything you build won't come tumbling down. So let's start laying the foundation.
It's Kerry A. It's about to go down. As you can see, we're in Fenway at the Verizon Entrepreneurial Empowerment Convention.
Talking about keeping it real.
Tonight was a really great event. They're really focused around some keynote speakers to really help our small business owners bring their business to the next level and stay competitive in a tough economy.
First, let me get one thing perfectly clear. Yes, I am black, for those of you that are not. Beauty about culture and race. We come in all shapes, sizes, skin tones, and hair textures. Lots of options. When I turned 3 years old, my mother became mentally ill. And because Dad couldn't get a good education, get a good job in America, he was a cab driver for 40 years. And he had to work 12 to 14 hours a day, and he couldn't take care of 11 children. So I was orphaned at 3, and then spent from 3 to 5 in an orphanage, and then because no one would take 11 children, I spent the balance of my young life growing up on the main streets of Brooklyn, New York, until I aged out of foster homes. We were basically indentured servants. Our summers were spent cleaning house and spit shining shoes and polishing my father's 88 Oldsmobile, for you to see your face in it. And when we finished our work, we were able to go out to play, and the work had to be excellent. The second thing that I learned very early in life that applied very much to entrepreneurialism is this need to rid ourselves of toxic people in our lives. People who drain you of your time, your energy, and your patience. Just a few. Remove toxic people from your life. Again, people who drain you of your time, your energy, and your patience. Your crew. Now, this is very, very, very easy to say. This is very difficult to do. Why? Because most of these people are your family. In other words, don't spend major time with minor people. People going nowhere want you to go nowhere with them. People doing nothing want you to do nothing with them. If you want to change your life, change your relationship. So I went back home to this brownstone in Brooklyn where I was with 4 older brothers who were heroin addicts. So here I am, 17 years old. One is a heroin dealer, and 3 of them are heroin addicts. So as soon as I was able, I packed up what little I had, got on a Greyhound bus, went to Cleveland where I had an older sister who took me in. So you're going to have to deliver yourself from toxic people in your life.
So the most important thing that I think young people need to know is your world is bigger than what you see around you, that there's more out there that you want to check out, and you can find people who can show you how to do it.
Relationships. Your ability to work with and through other people. Your ability to cultivate, nurture, and develop relationships at work, at home, and in the community. Your ability to love and to like people, and to have people love and like you. Your ability to lead and to know when to follow. See, I know people that have solid education, decent marketable skills, but the personality of a box of rocks. They can't get along and work with anybody. And these people graduated from Harvard, Yale, Morehouse, and Spelman, and they're at the bottom of every ladder in America. And then I know people with modest education, solid marketable skills, and superior interpersonal and people skills. Their ability to cultivate, nurture, and develop relationships at work, at home, and in the community is superior. Their ability to love and to like people, and to have people love and like them is superior. Their ability to cultivate, nurture, and develop relationships throughout their life is superior. And these people are at the top rungs of every ladder in America, and you will work for them.
Yo up, it's Russell Simmons. I'm here with Hip Hop Real Estate.
200 is a New York Times bestseller, by the way, so you might be a little behind, but you can catch up. You need to read it. I don't know why you would be here and not want to be super rich. This is the first ever black male who's ever been on the cover of Black Enterprise without a suit. And in fairness, Russell was willing to wear a suit. I mean, this was back in the 90s, and Mr. Graves, and so you know Mr. Graves, had a very narrow definition of what it meant to look like an entrepreneur, look like a business person. And you don't know the war we fought to get them to understand you can't put Russell Simmons in a suit on the cover of a magazine. This is that really speaks to how you broke so many barriers, what people thought of as an entrepreneur, certainly what Black Americans thought of as an entrepreneur. And so it's a great pleasure for me. And I was the editor of this story, by the way.
My book, although it did become a bestseller, it got some good reviews. Business Week gave it a half a star. That's okay. I was honest. She had a star when Deepak Chopra had the other half. So the book's more about entrepreneurship, if anything. And it's more about happiness than that, which is the real core of it. You have to, right? So I just want to say that. Don't expect me to teach you nothing about business, right? I was always a little bit of an entrepreneur. Yeah, I didn't use that terminology. That was, in the streets, we didn't have nothing to inspire us but the drug dealers, right? In terms of entrepreneurship, it's not a cultural thing in the Black community. That's unfortunate. And still today, it's not, except for the cultural thing that hip hop has brought and the whole discussion of it, although sometimes it doesn't promote education in the field. We want to get educated and become teachers, right? Yeah. Our parents want us to be teachers. So it wasn't, by promoting parties and other stuff I did was kind of entrepreneurial. And I started to, see myself in the independent spirit, at least, if nothing else, and a hustler. And so I found a passion in music. And I would have taken any job in music somebody would gave me. So I just wanted to serve. I wanted to take the music and give it away. I wanted people to see what I saw and be inspired the way I was inspired. And I think that's really the core, the difference between an entrepreneur and a businessman to some degree. A good entrepreneur is a great servant. He fills holes, delivers white spaces, content or whatever white space is looking for. And I think that's what he is. He gives people things they need.
There are people in your life that you are simply going to have to bless and release, as our president had to bless and release his pastor.